check this out, one championship.
Luke?
Yeah, Luke brought in his sparring partner. He's training this guy. And I said, oh, you're working on Roman wrestling? I'll show you Roman wrestling. I said, my favorite thing, the tall guys, neck cranks. You jump the ghillie, I jump the top. Watch this. Took the roof off of him. Ding, hands, sloppy shot because of my sweatpants. Don't, watch this, neck crank, over the top, release, ding, gets them, tap. See you later, too strong. Peptides. Unlimited cardio. Everybody in the UFC should be on it.
All right, day one, Newport Beach, California. We just arrived. Coach Knowles, Lorenzo. It's going to be a good day of training tomorrow. Tonight we're going to rest, we're going to eat, we're going to recover from the long drive. Some sparring with Luke Rockhold and Marcus Buchecha. It's going to be a whole fucking mad show. And I'm excited to be here, back in California again. Baku, Azerbaijan, so it's like next to Armenia and all that stuff. Yeah, it's gonna be a long flight.
Oh, Georgia has a lot of killers. Armin, Marab, Giga, Ilya. Bear. What? No, I made my bones in Azerbaijan. Me and Hamza, we used to beat up the bullies for fun. No?
It just goes on, doesn't it? Gonna work some strength conditioning with Lorenzo. We'll probably do some skier, some cardio on the treadmill, get the body going. I'm gonna spar today. I think we got Luke Rockhold and Marcus Buchecha coming for some rounds. Full day of training, feeling good, good sleep, good coffee. Let's do it.
Control yourself, feel good. I'm in this for the long haul, bitch. Let them know that. Make him know you got a hold of him. This isn't a game. I need to hold you so I can knife you. It's that simple. There's life or death right here. You gotta get to the chopper. Gotta get to the chopper. It's a feel good, huh? It's a fucking feel good. I gotta tell you something. I literally caught my wind on the last fucking skier. I literally caught my wind like boop, boop, boop. I'm like, oh, shit, I'm good. I'm good now, see? Push through that pain barrier, right? That acid barrier. You know, that acid, that lactate was burning. Body sent out extra O2 to that area. It obliged, and bam, another level. It's there. It's all science. It's all real anatomy. You just have to get through it. Good job, big dog. Let's make sure we get a little nutrition before we wrestle, like a protein shake or something. Okay? Motivational tactics all come from a military background, but at the end of the day, I don't have a rhyme or reason. It's really how I feel, and that's some of the reasons why I train with Khalil, is to get into that feeling of being uncomfortable as well. And when I'm uncomfortable, it's like, okay, well, what's triggering me right now? What do I need? What's gonna question him? What's gonna make him want to stop? What's gonna make him want to move on and go on, right? So there's those three different motivational aspects that are out there in behavioral science. So today was just one of those, I'm gonna go ahead and let him know how easy this workout is by singing when my heart rate's 180 and just pushing and going, and then just kind of, sometimes I talk to myself. That's usually for me. To get myself going, because it's difficult to push myself while I'm pushing him. It's great that I can feel it, so I know what he's going through, but at the same time, it's hard to be the rah-rah cheerleader when that's happening, so I need to do it by example, right? So I'll ask him things like, what's 60 minus 35, which is our ages, and he'll think about it. He's like, 25, it's 25 years you've got on me, let's go, we gotta push. Working those kind of motivational pieces to get him to say, hey, am I actually really training hard? Good, don't react, catch your breath again.
Having guys at this level be around and be able to train with me has been super amazing. Like, it's not every day you get to train with, a world champion like Luke Rockhold or world champion like Buchecha. Like, you can't get this type of work anywhere else. So every time I come here, it's high level training. I'm doing my best to elevate myself as an athlete. So I'm trying to be surrounded by the highest level of coaches and the highest level of training partners, and it's just that time for me right now.
Gary would be a great fight. Lukey versus MVP or Lukey versus Ian Machado Gary? No, he could go up or go down. He has insane cardio. Now that he's got game day, he can take some peptides and he'll be great. We'll put you on some game day peptides. He'll be back in there in no time.
Great session today. Khalil's looking really good, really strong. 5 weeks out. It's only going to get better. Sparred with Luke, southpaw, very strong southpaw. Great work for that. Working on the stuff we're working on the pads for Jamal. I think it's so important for the level of sparring to be really high. You're in there with the high guys, it's only going to bring you up. Sometimes if you're sparring with lesser guys, it'll breed bad habits. So I think it's very important for the calibre of sparring partners to be really high. You don't want it to be too light, you don't want it to be too hard, but it has to be competitive and realistic, and so that the guys can feel and experience what it's going to be like in there on fight night.
I'm ready to
Very
go.
similar to like we're running these.
Exactly.
That minute break and we're ready to rock.
That's right.
You know, that's how it felt just now.
5 weeks out.
Get
We're
that minute, yeah,
fantastic.
Get that minute, and I'm like, oh yeah, we can
I'm good to
get
go.
some pace,
Yeah.
You know.
Yep, 5 minutes out. We're good.
This week specifically, there's just going to be nonstop training for the whole time that I'm here. Probably 3 or 4 training sessions a day. And I'm feeling good. After 5 rounds in the cage today, I felt like I could have gone 5 more. It's a good sign, so that means I'll have some energy tonight. Maybe a little bit of pads with Chris.
So, you guys know Jason Brillo, one of the greatest coaches. He does Haggerty in 1 championship. They won all those fights, all those world championships.
Of course.
Now Tree brought him in.
Man.
He's one of the best. His brother fights one of the best. Great people. They're taking care of our boy, helping him.
Great energy. I can feel you, man.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Brillo, BJ Penn, Michael Bisping, Luke Rockhold, Cheeto Vera, Tito Ortiz, legend. He's seen every generation.
London, nice. Yeah,
Look at this.
Been there a couple times.
Let me get a photo of the boys together. This is amazing. Look at this. Tree, get in there. 1, 2, 3. Wow, dog.
All right, we're gonna train.
This is when you dismantled Paul Craig, huh? I knew you were gonna beat him when you came out with the Anderson Silva shorts. I go, it's over now.
I was so relaxed. That one was crazy though because it was in Glasgow, Scotland, and as I was walking out, I just remember the crowd booing and like throwing stuff, throwing beer. Like I just heard it. It was a lot of. All the fans were against me in that one. I wasn't afraid, even if the crowd was against me. This big guy in front of me, I wasn't afraid, and so I harnessed that and let loose in that fight. And it's one of my favorite fights, only because at such a young age, I really felt like that confidence for the first time.
That's what you were doing today. It was working really well.
Yeah.
So sometimes that, sometimes that, sometimes that.
Yeah, switching up the angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the angle of entry.
Yeah. Because it leaves you
shot.
thinking.
Big shot.
Shot. Lovely. All started from the power on that body kick.
Yeah.
Right.
Kick, uppercut, bomb, bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Use the floor.
I'm gonna work a session right now with Chris. I'd imagine we're gonna do 5 rounds. I think there'll be some repetition of some patterns, and we're just gonna keep building that. Just keeping the energy up, keeping the legs moving, the punch is strong, and I'm sure every time we hit pads, like we end up coming up with something and building off of that and creating new stuff. So, just looking forward to a good time.
think one of the most important things after the Alex fight for me was to continue to progress. Thinking, what could I have done better? Even though I put in a really good camp and I did my best in that camp, I felt like I could have improved in my strength. I think I could have had an extra ear in my corner to let me know moments when my opponent was hurt that I could have capitalized on. And as far as having an extra eye and ear in the cage, we considered a lot of people until we finally came down to reaching out to Chris Knowles. So once we got to train with Chris, I think it was very important that he understood some of the things that we were trying to fix, and it clicked with him, and it just ended up working out the right way. I can feel those improvements in the areas that I thought were important. Beating a former champion like Jamal Hill really puts me back into the conversation and keeps me in the conversation, especially after my last fight. A victory over him, I believe, should put me in title contention talk very soon. I think it's a great matchup. He's a heavy hitter. He's got, explosive power, but no one has more explosive power than I do. And I plan to bring it all that night.
Ready?
That wasn't a minute. We went through the round. We went through the rest.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
Okay, 30 seconds in. He's too observant. Can't get past him.
Pay me what you owe me, It's $1, not 75 cents. It's $1, not 89.